Dobrodošli u Unexplored. Today we are going to explore one of Croatia's most beautiful cities, Split. Split is, with its metropolitan population of over 350,000 people, Croatia's second largest city and often nicknamed the capital of Dalmatia. So without further ado, here are the 10 best things to see in Split. Starting off is the Riva. This 250 meters long pier was actually built during the rule of Napoleon. The Riva is a beautiful pedestrian area full of cafes and restaurants. From here you can also take ferries to visit nearby islands such as Hvar, Brač and others. Next up is the St. Francis Church. This impressive church lies on the western end of the Riva. It is not entirely known when it was built, but most likely it was built in the year 1237. During its existence it was demolished and rebuilt 2 times. It is of great historical importance for Croatia, as great Croatians like Marko Marulić, Ante Trumbić and others were buried inside the church. To visit the church and the monastery is free of charge, which makes it even more worthwhile. Just a mere 100 meters from the Franciscan church lies the Republic Square, or Procurative, how it is called by the locals. Wandering through the square you will surely be reminded of the St. Mark's Square in Venice. This is not a mere coincidence, but the work of the Italian mayor in the 19th century, Antonio Baiamonti, who wanted to show how interconnected the city of Split and Venice are. Nevertheless, it is a very beautiful square you should not miss during your journey in Split. The Diocletians Palace. This impressive palace makes up almost half of what is considered the old town of Split. The construction of the palace was ordered by the Roman Emperor Diocletian, who wanted a palace for his retirement. It is not entirely clear on which year the palace was finished, but it is known that Diocletian moved in the year 305 AD. There is a lot to see and explore in the oldest part of Split. First up is the treasury, which is located next to the ticket office. Here you can admire the collection of mostly religious artifacts from the early medieval age to the late Renaissance era. Next up is the St. Lucy's crypt, which is located under the St. Domnius Cathedral. As the name indicates, this crypt is dedicated to St. Lucy, who was a Christian martyr who was killed during Diocletian's rule. Next up is the St. Domnius Cathedral. Originally, this was the mausoleum of Emperor Diocletian, but it was transformed into a cathedral in the early 7th century and is thereby the oldest Catholic cathedral still in use without ever being completely destroyed or having to be completely renovated. Next up is my personal favorite part of the palace complex, the bell tower. After climbing up its 6 stories, you are rewarded with the best view overlooking the entire city center of Split. Lastly, the Jupiter temple. This temple originally was intended to honor the Roman god Jupiter, but was transformed in the 12th century into a baptistry. So you may be wondering about the prices to visit what I have shown you in the palace area. The prices range from 7 to 15 euros depending on what you want to see. If you want to see everything like me, the price is 15 euros, but you get a 50% discount if you are a student. The Diocletians Palace basements. Located under the palace area, the 60 basement halls are one of the best preserved ones from the ancient times in the world. There are different theories on the usage of these spaces. Some believe it was a storage area for wine and olive oil, others believe that they were residences. To visit the basements you have to pay an entry fee of 8 euros, while students have to pay 6 euros. The People's Square, or Piazza, how the locals call this place, is the oldest inhabited place in Split besides the Diocletians Palace and can be considered the city center. Here you can admire the beautiful Renaissance and Baroque buildings, which once were the houses of Split's nobility. The Golden Gate, or Zlatna Vrata in Croatian, is the best preserved entry gate from the Diocletians Palace. This is one of the most scenic entries into the city center. Right in front of the Golden Gate is a massive statue of Grigor Ninski. Grigor Ninski, or Gregory of Nin in English, was a bishop in the early 10th century in the city of Nin who was against the usage of Latin in the churches and instead managed to replace Latin with Croatian. For this reason, he is today regarded as a national hero, and the famous Croatian architect Ivan Meštrović built this 8.5 meters tall statue in his honor in 1929. A more unique experience is the Diocletian's Dream VR Museum. This is the first VR museum in Croatia that shows you how the Diocletian's Palace would have looked like during Diocletian's rule. With its 12 euro entry fee, it is on the more pricey side, but in my opinion it is definitely worth it if you want to experience something unique. The Ivan Meštrović Gallery. This gallery is dedicated to the famous Croatian sculptor Ivan Meštrović. The gallery building was designed by Meštrović himself and finished in the year 1932 as his private residence. He later sold it to the government, and since 1952 it is functioning as a museum. Inside you can see a big collection of his works, as well as see the beautiful decorations. Outside the gallery is the Meštrović Crkvine, or also called Kaštilat. This building was an estate from the 16th century that was renovated by Meštrović, and a small chapel was also erected by him. The price to see this building and the gallery is 12 euros. After seeing the estate, you can head down the street and go for a swim in the beautiful Adriatic Sea. Finally, we have the Marjan Hills. You can easily spend an entire day wandering through the beautiful nature of the hills, But if you don't have so much time at your disposal, I would recommend to go up a few stairs to the first viewpoint of Marjan. From this viewpoint you have the best view over the entire old town of Split, so sit back and enjoy the amazing view. If you enjoyed this video, then please don't forget to subscribe, like and hit the notification bell in order to not miss any of my future videos, and see you next time.